Hi, I am Sanjay Patel. Today we are going to learn how to change variables in double and triple integrals. Rather, it is known as transformation of multiple integrals, or you can say, in other words, method of substitution. For this, first we recall the two important things about notation, which is known as say Jacobian. So I'm introducing the concept of Jacobian, which you might be knowing. So I'm defining two types of the Jacobian. If x is a function of u and v, and small y is also a function of u and v. Okay, means if x and y are say differentiable functions, you know what is the meaning of differentiable functions of two variables and three variables are differentiable functions. Then the Jacobian of x and y with respect to the variables u and v is defined as the notation is j, or you can also denote it by the notation delta x comma y upon delta of u comma v. And the meaning of this symbol is the determinant delta x by delta u, delta x by delta v means the partial derivatives of say this x and y with respect to u and v. We are writing here. The first row is all possible partial derivatives of x with respect to u and v, and here all possible partial derivatives of y with respect to the variables u and v. So delta y by delta u and delta y by delta v. So this is our Jacobian. So it is a determinant. Same way I define Jacobian of for a function of three variables. If x is a function of u, v and w, y is also a function of three variables, say capital Y of u, v, w, and small z is a function of u, v and w. Remember, this capital X, Y and Z are the names of these three functions, are differentiable functions, then the Jacobian of the variables small x, y and z with respect to the three variables u, v, w is defined as say j is equal to, just to extend this notation, x, y, z upon delta of u, v and w. This is given by 3 cross 3 determinant. So in first we write delta x by delta u, delta x by delta v, the derivative of this x with respect to all the three variables u, v, w. So I will write another notation as a compact form, xu, that is delta x by delta u, xv and xw. The second row is delta y by delta u, delta y by delta v and delta y by delta w. The third row is ZU, ZV and ZW. Let me write this properly. ZU, zv and zw. You know this notation for a function of two variables fx is same as delta f by delta x. So I'm using this notation here. Okay. So this is called Jacobian of functions of three variables. And these two we are using as an intermediate for transforming the multiple integrals from one system to another system. Why we are doing this? The main reason for transforming the integrals, double or triple integral, to another system is to simplify the given problem or to make the given integration simpler. So now we are understanding transformation of multiple integrals. We are going to discuss only double and triple integrals in this. So the first one is, I will give a general formula how to transform a double integral. So let me write this way. If we want to transform the double integral say f of x comma y dx into dy over region E, that R is the region of integration in the Cartesian plane, x or y plane. If you want to transform the double integral, say in some new variables using or in the variables u and v, which are related by this kind of functions. So x is equal to capital X of u comma v and y is equal to y of u comma v. Then the formula for transforming this double integral over the region R into the new variables u and v is given by, say double integral f of x comma y. This is the original double integral over a rectangle R, and that rectangle R is changing to new system, say R dash, and the function f of x comma y. What we have to do is, wherever x and y appears in this formula, we have to write down these substitutions. So this becomes a new function, say capital F, let me call it capital F, of the variables u and v, and this dx dy, this differential, is replaced by mod j into du dv. Remember, where j is the Jacobian, of xy with respect to uv. So this is the formula for transforming multiple integral or the double integral from the system xy to, say, uv. So we can think like this. This is one system, say x or y plane. Okay, and here we are given some region of integration, say R, and this we are transforming, this region of integration we are transforming into a new system of variables, say uv, with new origin. Okay, and that may be something like this also, we don't know. It can be anything but some plane region in the new system which is denoted by R dash. So instead of integrating over this, we can integrate over this region and we will get the same value because of this formula. So there is a derivation also, but we are not interested in the deriving this formula. Just understand how to apply this to change the variables in any double integral. Okay, you can transform the Cartesian variables to polar coordinates or some other system. Okay, and the second thing I want to explain here is for triple integral. If we want to transform the triple integral, say over a volume V of a function f of x comma y comma z dx dy dz, okay, into new system, into new coordinate system, okay, say u, v and w, which are related by x is equal to UVW, function of UVW, y is a function of UVW, and z is also a function of the three variables UVW. So what we are doing actually is we want to substitute x, y, z in terms of some new variables, some new parameters UVW. So the system x, y, z will transform into the system UVW. Okay. Then the formula for this transformation is given by the triple integral over v of f of x comma y comma z dx dy dz is equal to triple integral over, sorry, this is not good, triple integral of this you have to replace x, y, z, you have to replace by these relations UVW in terms of UVW. So this small f becomes a new function, say capital F, of the variables u, v and w. And this volume v is changed to another volume, say v dash. And the differential dx dy dz is changed to mod j into du dv into dw. So you can use this transformation formula to transform the triple integral into any system of variables, say u, v, w. For example, you know two coding system in 3 dimension or in R3, like a cylindrical system and spherical system. So you can transform the triple integral in the Cartesian plane or in the Cartesian coding system to the cylindrical coding system or to the spherical coding system. Let us derive the formula for the known coding system so that we can keep it handy for applying in our problems. So let me derive some results, or not results actually, just simple formulas. So the first one I am taking is, this is very important. So some transformation formulae of multiple integrals. In this, I am deriving the first one. Suppose we transform the double integral into the polar coding system. Okay, you know what are the polar coordinates, so I will not revise it, just writing directly. Let me first write and then explain. If we want to transform the double integral of f of x comma y dx into dy over a region R into the polar coordinate system, into the polar coordinate system, in R2. Then we can use the relation between the Cartesian and the polar coordinates. The x is equal to r cos theta. I can write this as a function of r and theta. Instead of u and v, we have r and theta. And y is equal to r sine theta, which we can think as function of r and theta. Okay. Then first we have to compute the Jacobian J of the variables x and y with respect to r and theta. Okay, for using the transformation formula, you should know the value of Jacobian first. And what is this Jacobian? It is delta x with respect to these two variables, so delta x by delta r and delta x by delta theta. Same way, delta y by delta r and delta y by delta theta. Okay, and if you compute this, you know what is its derivatives. It is very simple. Derivative of x with respect to r, so theta is constant and derivative of r is 1, so we'll get only cos theta. Derivative of x with respect to theta, so r is constant and that is derivative of cos theta is minus sine theta, so it is minus r sine theta. Same way, derivative of y with respect to r and theta gives you sine theta and r cos theta. These are the derivatives of x and y with respect to, rather partial derivatives of x and y with respect to r and theta. Simplifying this, we'll get r into cos square theta, and this is minus this into this minus this into this, so minus plus r into sine square theta, and that is nothing but r. So the value of the Jacobian J is r in this case. So by our first formula, let me show you again what is that. For double integral, this is the formula. If you want to transform from xy to uv, here u and v are r and theta. So what you have to write is f of r comma theta and Jacobian J, that is r, and this u and v are r and theta. So I can write directly. So then the formula is for transforming this multiple double integral f of x comma y dx dy over the region r is equal to double integral of f of r comma theta into r into dr into d theta over the new region r dash. So you can remember this formula whenever you want to transform or change the variables from Cartesian to polar, you can use this transformation formula. The second one is for the, say, triple integral. But before that, let me just explain, before I do this, what is, say, polar coordinates. In polar coordinates, you have learned that we have a pole and an initial line. Okay, we take any point P here, and then we join this O and P by a line segment, and the length of line segment is denoted by r, and the angle made by this line segment with this fixed line, which is called, it is called initial line. So angle made by this line segment OP with the initial line is theta. Then this point P is uniquely determined by the numbers r and theta, and these r and theta are called polar coordinates. So this is known to you, just a matter of recalling. Okay. Now we want to transform triple integral into cylindrical coordinate system. So let me explain that also. You know what is cylindrical coordinate system? Cylindrical coordinates, how it is defined, and what is the relation between the cylindrical and the Cartesian coordinates. So if you have okay, so suppose this is origin, this is x-axis, this is y-axis, and this is z-axis. Okay, and any point is given in the space, then what we do is we draw a perpendicular from this point P in 3 dimension onto this onto the xy plane. So draw a perpendicular like this. Okay, and then join this perpendicular with this origin. So this origin is, we join this foot of the perpendicular, which is say m, this is perpendicular with the origin, and this value of the length of this OM is denoted by r. This angle is denoted by theta, is denoted by, okay, let me change it. This angle is denoted by theta, and this length is nothing but the z coordinate. If you think in this x, y, z plane, suppose the Cartesian coordinates are x, y, z, and this length is z, then these three numbers r, theta, and z are called the cylindrical coordinates. R, theta, and z, these are called cylindrical coordinates, and these are Cartesian coordinates. Okay, so you know this thing, and you know the relation between this x, y, z and r, theta, z is x is equal to r cos theta, y is equal to r sin theta, and z is equal to z. Okay, I also want to explain the spherical coordinate system, and then we'll derive the transformation formulae of triple integral to these two systems. So let me explain the spherical coordinate system. The spherical coordinate system. Okay, so again I take say 3-dimensional space like this. Okay, suppose this is again, this is x-axis, this is y-axis, and this is z-axis. Okay, and this is my origin. Again I take a point in the space whose Cartesian coordinates are x, y, and z, and I draw a perpendicular from this point P onto the xy plane. So I draw a perpendicular from the point P to this xy plane. Suppose this is the foot of the perpendicular, which I would like to call as M, and let me change this. Okay, this is our perpendicular. Then we join this P with the origin. We join this point P and this origin. Okay, and we call this length OP as R. Okay, it is different than that of cylindrical coordinate system. So this length I am denoting by small r, and I join this point M, which is the foot of the perpendicular, with origin like this. Okay, and this is foot of the perpendicular. So this angle, the angle between OM, let me write this way, the angle between, first of all, the angle between the line segment OP and the z-axis, which is in 3 dimensions, is denoted by theta, and angle between the line segment OM and the x-axis, the positive x-axis, this angle is denoted by phi. Okay, so if we consider these three values, r, theta, and this phi, then these three numbers uniquely determine the position of this this point P, these three numbers are called the spherical coordinates. These numbers are called spherical coordinates of the point P, and we write it as r, theta and phi. Remember, the order is important. This theta is the angle between the line segment OP and the z-axis, and the phi is the angle between the line segment OM and this x-axis. Okay, and we also know the relation between this Cartesian variables x, y, z in R3 and the spherical coordinates in R3. These are the spherical coordinates, and these are Cartesian coordinates. So relation is x is equal to r sine theta into cos phi r sine theta into cos phi. Y is equal to r sine theta into sine phi, and z is equal to r into cos theta. This also gives you some more useful results. If you square and add, you will get x square plus y square plus z square is equal to r square. You can also have, say, theta value as cos inverse of z upon r. You can also find the value of phi by dividing y by x. So you will get tan inverse of say y upon x. Okay, so this you can find the transform the variables from Cartesian to polar and polar to Cartesian. Okay, now let us derive the transformation formulas for the triple integrals. So in this regard, the second one is, if we want to transform the triple integral say in the Cartesian system over a volume V with respect to the variable x, y, z into the cylindrical coordinate system, into the cylindrical coordinate system, then we substitute, or we take x is equal to r cos theta, y is equal to r sin theta, and z is equal to z. So these are our substitutions, or you can say the relation between r theta z and x, y, z. So this we can take as a function of r theta and z. Okay, this is also a function of, say, y as a function of r theta and z, and this is also a function of, say, r theta and z. So first of all, we have to find the Jacobian. Therefore, the Jacobian J of the variables x, y, z with respect to the three variables r, theta and z is given by, this Jacobian is given by this determinant. So what you have to write is x r, x theta and x z, then y r, y theta and y z. You know the meaning of all these terms, that is z r, z theta and z z. The meaning of these symbols are the partial derivatives. So let me write down the values of these partial derivatives and then simplify. So this is equal to xr. First of all, xr means derivative of x with respect to r. So x is this function, derivative of this with respect to r. So cos theta is constant, so it is simply cos theta. Derivative of r is 1. X theta, derivative of this with respect to theta, this function with respect to theta is r into minus sine theta, so minus r sine theta. And derivative of x with respect to z, so there is no z, so these all are constant, so this derivative is 0. Same way, derivative of y with respect to r theta and z is to be computed and written in the second row. delta y by delta r is sine theta because derivative of r is 1. Delta y by delta theta, delta y by delta r is sine theta. Delta y by delta theta is derivative of this with respect to theta is only r into cos theta, and derivative of y with respect to z, there is no z in this, so it is constant, so its derivative is 0. And finally, derivative of z with respect to r, theta and z. There is no r and theta involved in this function, so derivative of z with respect to r is 0, derivative of z with respect to theta is 0, and derivative of z with respect to z is 1. So just we have to simplify this determinant, which I can write like this. It is very simple. I can expand this determinant by the say third column. So I can consider this point and hide this row and this column. So what I will get is 1 into cos theta into r cos theta. So r into cos square theta, and then this minus plus. So plus r into sine square theta. So this into this minus this into this. Okay. Let me remove this thing. So this gives us this is equal to r. So Jacobian J here is also r. So the transformation, the triple integral into the cylindrical coordinate system is given by this formula. So therefore, the triple integral over v of a function f x y z dx dy dz is equal to triple integral over the new volume v dash of capital F. Now we substitute x, y, z in terms of r, theta, z. So this becomes function of r, theta and z. Wherever x, y, z appears in this formula, we have to substitute the relation x equal to r cos theta, y is equal to r sin theta, and z is equal to z. So this function small f finally reduces to a function of three variables r, theta and z. And dx dy dz is to be replaced by mod j, that is r into dr, d theta and dz. So this is another important transformation formula for transforming triple integral into cylindrical coordinate system. Okay. Next, the last one. Now if you want to transform, if we want to transform the triple integral say of a function f of x, y, z over the volume V into the spherical coordinate system, into the spherical coordinate system, then we take the relation between the Cartesian and the spherical system as x is equal to r sin theta into cos phi, y is equal to r sin theta into sin phi, and z is equal to r into cos theta. All this you can think as a function of three new parameters r, theta and phi, which are nothing but the spherical coordinates. So this y is a function of r, theta, phi. Z also you can think as a function of r, theta and phi. Okay. So our next job is to find the value of Jacobian, and then we can use the general transformation formula to write down the final relation between the Cartesian and the spherical coordinate system in the multiple or in the rather triple integral. So now Jacobian J of x, y and z with respect to the new variables r, theta and phi is given by the determinant xr, x theta and x phi, yr, y theta and y phi, and ZR, Z theta and Z phi. We have to compute this determinant. Okay, so this is equal to, let me put all the values, XR, derivative of this with respect to R. So sin theta and cos phi are constant. So it is sin theta into cos phi. Then again, derivative of x with respect to theta now. So R and cos phi are constant. And derivative of cos sin theta is cos theta. So R into cos theta into cos phi. And derivative of x with respect to phi. So the derivative of cos phi is minus sin phi. So we'll get minus R sin theta into sin phi. Okay. Same way, we can find the derivative of y with respect to this r, theta and phi. So delta yr, that is derivative of y with respect to r, is sin theta into sin phi. This sin theta into sin phi. Derivative of y with respect to theta is r into cos theta into cos phi, and derivative of this with respect to phi, phi is r sin theta into cos phi, and finally derivative of z with respect to r theta and phi. So with respect to r, cos theta is constant, derivative of r is 1, so you will get derivative of zr as cos theta. Derivative of z with respect to theta, derivative of cos theta is minus sin theta. So we'll get minus r into sin theta here. And the last derivative, that is z phi, is 0 because there is no phi here. So r and theta both are constants. So you will get this determinant. We can simplify this and see what you can have. I will write the simplification directly. It's not necessary to write everything. It is very simple, and it is your exercise. You can simplify this determinant and you will get the value of the determinant as r square into sin theta. Okay, so I am writing directly the final answer. This is your Jacobian. This is your Jacobian. So final the transformation of triple integral will be, therefore, the triple integral over given volume V of function of three variables x, y, z into the spherical system is given by V dash, and all x, y, z will be changed to the new variables, new parameters r, theta and phi. So this becomes a function of r, theta and phi, and dx dy dz is replaced by mod of this. So r square into sin theta into dr, d theta and d phi. So this is our transformation formula for changing the variables from Cartesian to spherical system in triple integral. So in this lecture, we have seen how one can transform double and triple integral into an arbitrary system, and also seen some special cases for the known coordinate system like polar coordinates and spherical coordinates and cylindrical coordinate system. Okay, so in the next lecture, I will be discussing how to solve problems using this transformation formula from one system to another system, because sometimes if the problem is very difficult over a given Cartesian plane or Cartesian coordinate system, then we can change the variables into some other system and make the problem easy, and we'll see some more interesting problems in the next lecture. Till then, goodbye. Thank you.